It's early at Via Christi Hospital in Manhattan. As the sun rises, everyone inside prepares for a new day of challenges and a new day of helping people.
Because I was going to say they didn't get here till like that.
Safety and operational huddles help start the day. It's a good time to reflect on the past and prepare for the future.
And what they see is issues being brought up, but issues being dealt with. And that's probably the most positive engagement level for the staff.
All of us at some time in our lives are in need of healing.
Today's reflection is about healing, very appropriate for this group in environmental services. They take their job seriously and know they play a critical role in the success of this hospital and the health of the patients.
Our safety huddle being helpful to our department to be open to each other, to communicate better, to have a really good safety stuff for our staff, for our patients and visitors.
After the huddles, another round of activity starts throughout the hospital. Surgeon Hank Daring is performing a procedure to help patient Brandy Sanders. Sanders is on dialysis, and Dr. Daring is moving her dialysis access point to her arm. The procedure lasts a little over an hour and is a success. Brandy is fully awake and texting soon after.
I like to help take care of patients, and usually it's with surgical stuff. Most people get better and then they can move on down the road.
Later that morning, residents at Via Christi Village in Manhattan get active and have some fun at the same time. Exercise class is well attended and each move to the instructions of their coach.
I came over here and I've been very pleasantly surprised at the good quality of care. The nurses, the aides, even the administration, everyone is just friendly and nice. Good to be here.
Some residents have called the village home longer than others. 99-year-old Mary George is one of the residents who has been at the facility longest. She's seen a lot in her time.
I just live one day at a time. I've come from the horse and baggage to the jet age.
Other residents work on their physical therapy or spend some time with friends in pleasant conversation.
I absolutely love and embrace the mission and vision and values that they bring to senior care, because it really is all about the resident. They're not patients, they're resident. This is their home.
Back at Via Christi Hospital, it's lunchtime, and the line in the cafeteria tells a story of good food from a talented and entertaining chef.
I played football over at K-State, but unfortunately 2 ACL reconstructions later, I decided to go with cooking. Beef, chicken, or shrimp.
Many of the associates here mark the days on the calendar based on the chef's specialties. Pasta bar is a big favorite.
The basic premise of the whole pasta bar is you get to choose between 3 proteins, any of the vegetables or side items that you want, and then I will either make you homemade Alfredo sauce or marinara right here in front of you.
At the therapy center, Candy Russell is working on her pool therapy with Amber Beffert. She says the 90-degree water and the work by Beffert help her as she battles primary lateral sclerosis.
Not only does it help me with my muscles, but it definitely helps me with my mental health as well. I look forward to the sessions. Amber and I have a good time.
We do. We have fun, but we get stuff done,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Back at Via Christi Hospital, pharmacist Eugene DeDonder works on preparing medication for distribution throughout the hospital. Medicines are moved throughout the facility from a central pharmacy and stocked in machines called Omnicells.
We also employ not only registered pharmacists, but we have pharmacy technicians they're very much a vital part of our operation. We can't get along without them.
Medical reconciliation with patients is an important part of his team's duties and is critical to patient safety.
We also do discharge counseling for patients so that they are discharged and very much aware of what they need to do when they are discharged and at home with their medications.
Outside of the hospital, a LifeStar helicopter has landed to transport a critically ill patient to Kansas City. Seconds count for this patient, who has liver and kidney failure. The patient is quickly wheeled to the helicopter and secured for the trip. After a quick but thorough pre-flight, the helicopter lifts off into the clear blue sky on a mission of mercy for the very sick patient. Back inside, Senior Administrator John Broberg is making the rounds. He knows rounding is important and appreciated by associates. At one point, Broberg takes a few moments to reflect on the change to full partnership with Via Christi and the big changes that will come with an infusion of capital and enhancements to outpatient registration, expansion of endoscopy, and the addition of a triage area for labor and delivery.
We've had an empty shell that's been there since 2008 that has not had any services in it. And I think just having that access to capital, through this effort, we've been able to have $15.5 million transferred.
The miracle of life is celebrated on this day in Manhattan. Baby Faye Elizabeth is born to Megan and Brian Hagedorn. Dad couldn't be prouder and is grateful to the people who helped with the birth of his daughter.
I'd really like to sit down and write a heartfelt thank you because they've been great. And it's true, you know, you can tell when people like what they do and mean what they do. It's definitely been good.
By late afternoon, Andrew Barker has had a busy day at the Via Christi Pain Management Center, seeing more than 20 patients. The results of his treatments make him happy and are a reminder why he specializes in this area of healing.
If you alleviate somebody's pain, then that typically allows them to go do the things that they miss doing and allows them to kind of re-engage with a part of their life that they may have let go for years at times because of the pain.
As the twilight gathers, the bright lights of an ambulance light up the sky over the drive coming up to the ER. Day may be ending at most businesses, but it never does here. Patients come around the clock for help and healing.
Kind of gets your heart kicking pretty good. Just knowing that you're there to help them, you do whatever you can to comfort them, ease any pain that they may have.
As the day draws to a close, leaders reflect on the changes in the Manhattan Hospital and the opportunities that are ahead.
And that's the Catholic tradition in healthcare that we hope to carry forward and to be successful, and also not to negate that there's joy in that service and that offering of who we are as Via Christi.
I think what they'll see is a branded Via Christi and that commitment to compassionate healthcare, that we provide excellent care each time.